And welcome, comic book community. This is the Witching Hour, the comic book with a hook show. This is Robert Galvin, and I got a special surprise for you tonight. I have not just one guest, but I have two guests. I think you're going to love this. So now that I got you with the hook, it's time for a book. And one of my favorite books is Fantastic Four, issue 5. And the reason why this is because the Silver Surfer right here. I came across this when I was a kid. In this page, in about the middle of this book from the Fantastic Four, there's a whole spread of the origin of Silver Surfer that starts in this series. This is kind of one of those under the radar books, and it's one of my books that I just love about the Silver Surfer before it goes into the run. So, without any further ado, there was the book. We have my brother Jeff, 813, the Cantonese Comic Kid, and here he is.
What's up, guys? Since we got you with the book, let's get you with the hook. Since Netflix came out with Lock and Key, I thought I would show you guys volume 1 of Lock and Key. I've been really enjoying this show. It's actually a little toned down version of the book, but it's still a good show. I would recommend checking it out. One of my favorite horror stories, and if you didn't know, it's written by Joe Hill. That's Stephen King's son, one of his sons, and Gabriel Rodriguez is the artist. So really enjoyed the Lock and Key. So check out the show.
Nice. Yep. Very nice. And this gentleman needs no further introduction. He's a brother from a different mother. He is my brother, big time. None other than Keep It Real Thorough.
Yeah, I know what time it is, man. It is your boy Thorough from Keep It Thorough Comics. Thank you for joining us here tonight, man. Of course, y'all also know me as the ODB of Comic Collecting. Why? Because, baby, I like it raw. And you also know me by what? Because I'm here to ring your bell when I'm starting these matches in the auctions. Guys, now that I got you the hook, how about let's do it $2? One of my favorite cartoons. One of my favorite cartoons as a kid. Without a doubt, 100%. I love it. Darkwing Duck. Loved them. Why? Because he reminded me of Batman, except in a funnier way. And of course, to you guys, I bring the Darkwing Duck #1. Beautiful annual. Love this cover swipe of The Killing Joke, guys. One of the most nostalgic books out there in comic book history. One of the best books that I personally have ever read. Love it. I could not give this up. A great book. And of course, what other better way to go to, man? You got to take all these swipes of anything Batman for me. And that is Darkwing Duck, guys, #8. A beautiful cover swipe of Batman 227 from that beautiful Neil Adams cover from back in the days. Can't say enough of this, man. Tough books to have, man. Love them. So definitely, guys.
Look at that. Fire right off the top. Poof. Okay, before I get to my last guest, I'm just gonna give the chat. I want to give all proper shout outs right now. We're gonna run this for a good half an hour because my next guest on here is kind of important, you guys. There's gonna be some fire drop tonight. I really want you all to really pay attention and check it out. I think you're gonna love it. I'm gonna put all thank yous to everybody. Rob Worst, big shout out to you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Who Dat Comics, brother. I opened up one of your mystery boxes. Thank your daughter. She was so sweet. I'll show those a little bit later. Chad, wow, the man. Yeah, I love that. I love it, and I love your intro. It's awesome. Awesome. Kudos. I'd like to find out who your programmer is. It was excellent. Then we got Captain Comics. Yeah, brother. How you doing, Steve? Nice to see you again. Love it. We got the Art Chemist, one of my favorite artists out there. Support your community. He's in my links in the bottom of this description, you guys. Go check him out. We have Tabitha. Hello, sweetheart. That's my stepdaughter, everybody. I love it. Thank you very much, you guys. Meadmo Comics. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. Tom, Comics and Reviews. How are you, brother? Nice to see you. I really appreciate you being here. We have It's 90. Love it. Love it. How you doing, brother?
One
nice
thing about 90, he's expecting baby 90 anytime this week.
Yes. Oh, very expecting daddy. I love it.
Nice. Congratulations, 90.
Congratulations. Big time. Awesome.
So I'm wondering if he's at
okay, then we have Needmo Comics. Yes, exactly. For thorough absolutely. And let's see. Barbarian Kung Fu. Nice to see you, brother. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Perry Comics, the lurkers in the house. Got another surprise coming your way, buddy. Another surprise. Hope you're ready. You're gonna love it. So real quick, boom, boom, boom. Okay, we got the Puppet Master, Chris Lackey. Loved your show the other day. Made me laugh. It was awesome. Okay, got most of the shout outs out. All right, here we go, you guys. Get ready. Half hour. We're gonna run this about a half hour, and then we'll go into conversations. Whatever my gentlemen want to talk about. Okay, so here he is. None other. He's a good friend of mine for 2 years. You're gonna love this guy. And he is Mr. White Gloves himself. How you doing, brother? Welcome.
Hello, you tubian. It's Mr. White Gloves here. I want all the audience out there to put your dadgum tray tables to the upright position in your seats too, and sit on the edge of it and get ready for a blast off. Now that I got you on the hook, damn, where's my book? Oh, here's my book right here. Gosh darn. Just so happens Mr. Galvin here put up a Fantastic Four, what was that, a special?
That was king size.
King size special. I got Fantastic Four Annual #1. #1. This book right here is real special because in 1970, I think it was, this one come out in 1963. But in 1972, I had an older brother that's 10 years older than me. I had gotten into some books and everything. This book right here was in that bunch of books, but it didn't have a cover and it had pages missing. It took me probably 8 years to figure out what that book was. And I finally got that book years back, but I finally figured out which one it was. And that was the book right there. Can y'all see that all right? Is that, yeah. Now, looks good. So that right there is my first book right there. Awesome book, first Crane. And it's got the Submariner in it. That's my third favorite hero. Yep. I like his little wings on the feet that flap, you know. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, I guess y'all want to see some books. It got quiet. It's like chirping. So let's show some books right here.
Brother, you also had posters behind you, I noticed. You had a poster.
Oh, yeah. I got some. These are movie posters. I collect movie posters, and I got a few of them. And I got this. I hope you can see it all right. This is the original Captain Marvel movie poster. And I got a source through the movie studio, not movie studios, but the picture shows, you know. And this is the double-sided original marquee posters. And I got a couple of them I could show later on if y'all want to see them. I got like 4 or 5.
Brother. Absolutely.
So let's see. I have a few books down here.
Let's rock the chat and tonight in YouTube world right away on some of your collections. How long have you been collecting, buddy?
Since
tell
19.
People,
what's that?
Sorry. Tell people a little bit about yourself and people that don't know you. There's just new people that come out there.
Oh, okay. I've been collecting comics since 1974. Nice. I started off having problems reading, and my parents bought me a comic book that had the 45 record in there. And I wore that sucker out. And I think in that series, there's like 4 or 5 records. There's a Fantastic Four, a Spider-Man, a Hulk, a Captain America, and I can't remember. There's one more. So I started doing better in school, so they started buying me comic books. I started reading them, and that's what started everything off. Everything started from there. So
you usually get down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, that rabbit hole. It was like dropping off into the Grand Canyon because I hadn't seen the bottom yet. I'm still wondering. One day I thought, one day I'll probably quit doing this, but it's never happened. I've slowed down, but I've never quit. Even when I was in the military, I never quit. I bought them and I sent them home. Then when I got ETS from the service, which for y'all civilians out there, that means exit the service, I come home and I had a room full of dadgum boxes that I haven't opened. So I spent a year opening boxes and rediscovering the books that I bought throughout the years I was in the military.
Yeah, nice, very nice. And so basically, my other question is, how extensive is your collection? And you're a strictly pretty much Marvel person, correctly? Yeah.
I'm pretty much Marvel. I do have a little bit of DC, but it's just when I buy collections, it's all or none. So I ended up buying some DC, and I got those all put up. But yeah, I've probably got about 80 long boxes, 78 to 80 long boxes. And I figure around 25,000 or more books.
Yeah, I'm getting comments in the chat, Mr. White Gloves. I'm getting like from Captain Comics. He says he's jealous of your white gloves and beard.
I tell you a little something about my beard. I had to, just for this show, I had to go get dolled up. I had to drive and I had to pay to go get my beard trimmed and my hair cut and get all spiffy up just to be on the Robert Galvin show, man.
Dude, I love you, buddy. You're great. And Chad RCG in the chat was saying he started collecting 7 months ago. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and you should see his collection. His collection has been massive. He's got some fire out there. Unreal. Another gentleman that's been really big in the community also. So sorry, Chad, if I don't call you out right away. I just don't want to interrupt. Comics of Bueller's in the house. Thank you very much, brother. Much appreciated. Buddy, you're awesome. You had an awesome show tonight. It was great. I watched it. Z Collects is in the house. Thank you very much, buddy. We have Kyle from New Zealand, my other brother. Thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Kyle Waka. Okay. Let's show some fire, buddy.
All right. Well, let me see. I went and got a few books.
Oh, right away. God, Tink, thank you very much, buddy, for being here.
Okay. Now, I know Mr. Galvin was trying to talk me into breaking into my bank vault. Well, I was not able to do that because I work a lot. I worked a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But I do got some that have never before been seen. And I'll save the best for last. So
good. Cool.
So we're gonna start out with Spider-Man number 4.
Oof.
Let me see. Is that gonna show up good? Is that showing up good?
It's showing good. We can see what it is.
Okay, then I'll go to Amazing Spider-Man number 5. That is a 8.0 to 8.5 copy right there. Beautiful copy, white, super white copy.
You can see that.
Then we'll go with, this is a recent pickup. This haven't even been taken into intake yet. Strange Tales number 85.
Oh, I love those. Those are gorgeous.
Then we got Strange Tales number 90 with Orgo. That's a beautiful copy right there.
Wow, nice. What issue was that again, bud? Sorry.
Go ahead. What's that?
What issue was that?
That's number 90 right there.
90. Yeah, I've seen that one. That was beautiful. Wow.
Then we got, going into some superhero stuff, we got Strange Tales 106. Then we got Robert Galvin's favorite, Strange Tales 113.
Nice.
That one was showed a couple of weeks ago or a month ago or something like that.
Beautiful.
Strange Tales 115. I love the Sandman. Sandman's one of my favorite villains.
Give me 1 second, really quick thing out there. Sorry, everybody in the chat. I'm trying not to interrupt. Great Legend, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. I want Monty to show his books. He's got a big stack. He wants to show books, and I want him to show the community his collection. And just everybody loves this stuff. So I'm not being rude, just to let you know. Okay. So we will all come back in as a group. So giving him a half hour. Okay, Monty, go ahead, buddy.
Boy, pressure's on. I swear.
No, you're good. You're 15.
Man alive.
No, oh, you're good. You're good. You're all good.
Strange Tales number 121. Strange Tales number 122. I love Strange Tales.
Nice. Yeah, I like too. Strange Tales is excellent.
Strange Tales number 125.
Inside joke.
I'm glad y'all got that.
Yeah.
All right. Then Strange Tales 128. That's got the Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in there.
Ooh, I love that.
Oh, really? Well, let's show it again then.
Same time with Scarlet Witch, my beautiful, lovely.
Apparently, I had two of them.
Nice.
You know, that happens from time to time when you get old. So
yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah. Strange Tales 132. It's clobbering time.
Nice.
And then we're going to move over to some Tales to Astonish. This is an early Tales to Astonish, 10-cent Golden Age Butte. It's going to be Tales to Astonish number 12.
Wow. Wow. Love it.
Then we got Tales to Astonish, another Butte here. Excellent, excellent shape. Number 26.
Wow.
Then we got the famous Ant-Man cover that has been in the price guides off and on for years. Everybody should know what this cover looks like. Tales to Astonish number 41.
Wow.
Then
can you believe this, Jeff?
Yeah.
Are you watching this fire? What do you think, though?
Yeah.
One of my favorite. I like the Giant Man. You know, I was really particular to the Wasp. You know, I was wishing she'd appear in Strange Tale, but Astonish 55.
You can tell the man has left me speechless.
Yeah.
Strange Tales 56.
Oh man.
Then this one I showed last week, but I went ahead and put it in there because it was a starter to this. I couldn't get my big ones. Now I'm going to get them big ones. I'll have something special coming up at the end of the show, won't we, Robert?
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Absolutely. On the next show, definitely. And by the way, Monty, we got 90 FM putting $1 bid in the chat.
90 FM, you better put a lot more zeros behind that one.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
Tales of Suspense, number 38.
Man, that is beautiful. That one every time I see that one, it reminds me of I want to say Sinbad.
Yep.
Every time I see that cover.
We got Tales of Suspense, number 42, early Iron Man.
Nice.
Tales of Suspense, number 43. Then I think I showed this one. Tales of Suspense. Hang on, let me get these out of the way. Number 46. Tales of Suspense, number 47. And this little run right here, I can't find the first book. I dug back there, and I don't know what happened to it. It's somewhere in Mr. White Glove's boxes. I got boxes everywhere. But I love this character, and I love what he turned into later on. We got Ghost Rider, number 2.
Ooh, see, that's the interesting thing. I have a question about that, Monty. A couple of my buddies in the community started collecting the Ghost Rider run, and they got the first like 5 copies. He was a horseback rider before he was on a motorcycle. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, I try to mention that, and they're like, "What?" I go, "Yeah, he was on a horse before he was on a motorcycle."
Yeah, it's a different person, totally different person. Yeah, I think there's been what, three different Ghost Riders?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, or is it with the Cosmic Ghost Rider? Is that there'll be 4, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got Ghost Rider number 4.
Nice.
And then here's a couple of books. We got some Bronze Age, and you don't see these. I haven't seen these on YouTube that much, but he was a good character that I liked back in the 70s too, and that's Black Goliath, number 1.
Oh, yes. I remember him. Definitely.
Yeah, he had his own little book, and Black Goliath, number 2. And I don't know where number 3 went, but here's number 4.
Nice.
And I ended up with number 5.
Sweet. So, Monty, what is your favorite character? What is your favorite in the Marvel universe?
I got 2 favorite characters in the Marvel universe, and they're just about tied. That'd be the Hulk and Silver Surfer.
See, my love right there, Silver Surfer right there. Win-win.
And speaking of the Incredible Hulk, well, you can't show books off until you show Hulk 180.
Nice. His actual what? Isn't that supposed to be Wolverine's first appearance?
Or cameo, whichever you want to argue.
You want to call it.
You know, it really don't matter to me. Wolverine's in there.
No, it doesn't.
Hulk 181, high grade, very high grade.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Followed up with Hulk 182.
Nice.
So then we go into one I picked up here a while back. That'd be Nova number 1.
Oh, yeah.
And Nova number 2.
Nice.
Of course, these books are seen everywhere on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then, like I said, my favorite, and I like this issue, the cover issue, better than I like number 1. Very high grade, Silver Surfer, number 4.
Wow.
Love that book.
Yes, it's a beautiful book.
You know, I would think that book cover would be I like the best, and then number 1 would be the second one.
Agreed. But then there's isn't there one there with what's his name?
Spider-Man?
No. I think it was the 3rd copy or 5th copy, wasn't it? Of Silver Surfer with what was that? Why do I always forget it, Jeff? What's his name? Starts with an H. Isn't it?
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
What issue number?
I think it was issue 5. Or 2. Maybe it was 2.
2?
Yeah.
Hawk, no.
Ministro?
Yeah.
said-
That's
you
it.
said-
Manifest.
Okay.
Manifest. I always say his wrong. I say his name wrong.
Oh,
Is it-
You said what I ate, so I'm thinking Hawkeye.
well,
So you should have said the M.
you ought to hear what I call what's his name? I'll say the name wrong. I hadn't said it in a long time. Stanko.
Branko.
Steranko. Yeah, I
Correct.
call him Stanko. He don't like that. I don't mind. You know, I love him to death, but you know, he just don't like the nickname I gave him. So I don't know. So let's hit up some Thor. Journey in the Mystery number 83.
Wow.
Journey in the Mystery number 95. Journey in the Mystery 98. I got some holes in here that I gotta find them. I mean, I got them back there, but I gotta find them. Number 101, because I have a complete run of this all the way to 2008. 109. Then one of my favorite books, number 112. Great battle scene. Got number 114.
Wow.
117. 119.
Oh my goodness.
And 121.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Let's
Let's go with X-Men number 2.
Didn't Steve just get that?
No, he got Avengers 1, and I think he did get a X-Men 2 from Javi, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it was from Javi. Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you don't matter me. X-Men number 3.
Nice. That's got the Blob. Does that have the Blob in that one?
That's the Blob in there.
It is the Blob. That's what I thought. Yep. Nice.
And y'all were talking about Ghost Rider, so I went ahead and by accident, total accident, totally by mistake, coincidental. Oh my Lord. It just happened. Seriously. We didn't discuss this before the show.
No.
It happened.
Yeah.
Marvel Spotlight, the first appearance of Ghost Rider, number 5.
Wow.
And you can't have number 5 without having number 6.
Yeah, and Steve just got that one too.
You can't have number 6 without having number 7. And if you get number 7, you might as well go all the way and get number 8.
Wow.
And you know what? If you get number 8, number 9 comes with it. You buy number 8, number 9 is free with it. Guaranteed. Number 10, you got to look and find. Then, last but not least, Lonely number 11.
Nice.
So you get all those books. That's a good run right there to get the first Ghost Rider appearances, all 1 through 11. So, you know, when you get those, you might as well get his own book. Ghost Rider number 1.
Sweet.
And like I said, number 2's got to follow. That's just what it is.
Nice.
And then I like this book, this cover. It's got a lot of white on it. Number 3.
Nice.
So that's a little bit of my Ghost Rider collection. Love Ghost Rider.
Beautiful.
Ghost Rider. I still say drives a Harley Davidson. This book I've had quite a while. I'm looking for another probably a reader copy or not. Daredevil #1.
Sweet.
Daredevil #2. Daredevil #3.
Oh my god.
I love the yellow and black costume.
Yes, I do too. That's his original costume. A lot of people don't like that
Daredevil #4.
because of his father as a boxer.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So now I got 2 more books. Robert, you want me to show them now, or you want me to hold the audience?
Let's hold them in suspense. Come on, my gentlemen. The gentlemen have been waiting here.
Okay.
I'm going to get in here. Here we go. Boom.
We're good. We're just speechless. That's all. We're good.
Yeah, man. Nah, I wasn't trying to interrupt there, you know.
Yeah.
Well, all I gotta say, Thoro, I bid on a Spider-Man book on that auction, and I got outbidded. That was that Spider-Man book.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother. You know, there's so many other books, man. You know, everybody comes on and they try their best to try to get whatever they possibly can. So I personally want to bid. I can't even bid nowhere. If I go on anybody's auctions now, forget it. If I bid on something, everybody's like, "Hey, Thoro's bidding on it for a reason." So that's why it becomes difficult now. So yeah, that's all I can say.
If you're on an auction and you bid on the auction you're on, people do frown on that. I've heard roundabout. So it's better just to keep the drama down and not even do it.
Definitely. Nah, but even if I go on other auctions, everybody's just like, they see me bid, all of a sudden it's like, boom, everybody bids. Yeah. I'm like, oh man, it sucks. So, but hey, that's what comes with the territory, I like to say.
Just a real quick shout out to the chat, 90 FM, Tabitha, M Doom 85, Chad, RCG. Anytime, brother. Anytime you're invited on the show. Anytime you want to come on, just let me know. Boom. Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, Robert.
Yes, sir.
Can I say something real quick? Then Mr. White Gloves will put.
Absolutely. Go ahead, buddy.
People out there in the chat, y'all 15 people watching, y'all better stick around, because if y'all leave before the end of the show, you're gonna miss something spectacular, magnificent, and oh my gosh, just awesome. So if you leave, it's all on y'all.
Yeah.
I like when he says his book reader. I like when Mr. White says his book reader.
Of
course, I got my book reader.
You should everybody, please do your whole spiel on, please.
Yeah, I love when he does the whole spiel, man. It makes me laugh so hard.
All right, well, y'all move on to Thoro. Y'all can come back to me.
Good, cool, buddy. How's it going, buddy?
Doing good, man. No. You know, I'm over here speechless. I've seen the man, you know, coming out with all these books. It's just phenomenal. To have a collection of that caliber and just to be able to see the appreciation and the enthusiasm that he has for a lot of this stuff is incredible. I can't personally say the same thing. You know, it's like I have my books here and there. Some of them are actually in a vault, to be honest with you. I have to keep some of my books in there because I can't keep them here. I live in a condominium. A lot of this stuff is just pretty much becomes overwhelming in a sense, because I'm surrounded by comic books, but damn, I can never say I love it. And at the same time, I could be swimming in these things like Scrooge McDuck. That's literally how many comic books I have in this household. Yeah, just to show you guys a couple of books right here. 2 books. Absolutely. You know, nothing crazy, just so that we can make a go arounds here. First one right here. Of course, I got to bring this out. You know, the Birds of Prey movie has been out. Been hearing a lot of things about it. So great things. One of my favorite covers, man. I really don't see too many people bring this book up. Birds of Prey 121. This was from October 2008. Gorgeous Joker cover. And I always get a kick out of it. And I'm going to bring it up to you guys a little bit closer there. And you see him laughing, and he has his gun right up to somebody's head. And he says this gag kills him every time. Right? And if you don't get that, I don't know what to tell you, but I think it's a great rendition. I think it's a great book. I've always loved this cover. And you see him holding his little gun, and you see the little flag coming out. And it kind of looks like he puts that flag through whoever this is right here, their head. And I just think it's a great cover. And I'm a big, gigantic fan of the Joker. I think a lot of these books, man, they get overlooked. Some people don't really don't pay attention to these. Nowadays, it's the collecting habit has become, hey, I want the keys, but we still had the guys that love the runs, that love to find all kind of different comic books, whether for the artwork, for whatever, or for the read. Prime example here. I've shown this on multiple occasions, man. This is literally one of my favorite Superman books, Superman in Action Comics 719. And I've talked about this book in plenty occasions. A lot of people have always believed that Injustice, the video game, was the first time that you ever seen Superman just turn from being the good old boy and being a bad Superman, because you see Lois Lane die. And once that whole thing happens, all of a sudden you see him just a new trigger spark in him, and he doesn't care what happens to anybody because they took something he loved dearly. Well, a lot of that story came from this right here in this book, and this book solely by itself. And if you guys ever want to go read it, man, Action Comics, Superman 719. Pretty much what happens is there is a Joker doll inside Lois Lane's house. It was planted there by the Joker, and the Joker, she was holding the doll, and it had some sort of chemical dust that ended up pretty much causing her to die. And at that point, Superman becomes in there. He gets caught up in that situation where he's like, I want to kill the Joker right now because he took somebody that I love. So great story. And it all started in this little book right here, this one little issue, and it tells you so much. I've always loved it, even the cover. And at the bottom, you could just see the neon sign right there for the World's Finest. And if you guys aren't too familiar, World's Finest was a series put out through DC that you saw Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, a whole array of characters in. But nonetheless, just a great freaking story. I love this book. Every time I see it, I don't care if I find it for a quarter, $1. I always have to pick it up. I think this is such a wonderful read. And you guys, if you guys ever have a chance, definitely go and check this out. And, I'm a big toy collector. So, of course, I'm still digging out toys because I have 2 closets full of toys, guys. I was literally a toy collector way before I was a comic book collector. So it is insane. And, of course, yes.
2 seconds, buddy. Your toys, 1 second. I just have to say
no
something.
Problem.
Now, do you think I would just show Marvel tonight? You're getting some DC love also. So
yeah, I have to.
Back to thorough. Here we go.
yeah, I have to, because I know Robert's a big Marvel guy. I have tons of Marvel. I love my Marvel as well. But I saw it. But I got to show Marvel a little love. And speaking of a toy, here's one of my favorite renditions they could have ever made. The person that saved Marvel from bankruptcy, guys. And if you guys are familiar with it, you guys will know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And we're gonna move on to this little Marvel Legends right here, Blade, along with the comic book in the back of Wesley Snipes. Love this toy. As you can see, I don't like to let a majority of my toys breathe. You might see a couple right here. You see Thanos over my shoulder. You can kind of see a mixture of things. It's just one of those things that I really don't like them. If I do buy them, I buy them loosies, I like to call them. I just buy them loose. But one of my favorite toys here, and of course, February is Black History Month, so I had to bring this out. One of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe, and once again, the savior of Marvel Comics. Because if it wasn't for this man right here, Marvel Comics right now would be owned by DC. So just to give you guys a little heads up and a little tidbit of what would have been happening. Yeah.
Absolutely. And what's coming out? What's coming out in July? What's coming out in July?
Oh. That's next year.
Morbius, a vampire movie.
No more, yeah.
Anti-hero. I'm so excited. And he was in that movie.
You ought to see the poster that's coming out. There's a poster you can look up on preview of Morbius. That is a bad A poster, man.
Yeah.
To the side?
Not that size.
No,
but is the poster where he's looking to the side? Is he?
Yeah. It's 2 foot by 4 foot. 2 by 3. 2 by 3. I think.
Nice, because I have a silk poster of that movie poster they were planning on putting out. That's sweet.
Yes, and Captain Comics. Shout out to Captain Comics.
Yeah,
my man. Yeah, he's putting in that thorough light green. Yes, I do. I love my Green Lantern, and I have a tough time, so I have to find some replacements. And thanks to Captain Comics, I got a couple of replacements for some books that I'm still debating on letting go of right now. So I have no idea yet. Well, we'll find out. But Captain Comics, I really appreciate your help searching for these books. You guys will see I'm gonna do a video, and I got to give a big shout out to my brother. Definitely. So thank you so much, man. And that's really all I can say, man. I'm super, super thankful to you. Thank you.
Captain Comics, awesome. I had him on the show earlier today. Awesome gentleman. Awesome gentleman. So now where do we go from here? Jeff, do you got anything you'd like to talk about?
I just want to show Thurl this.
Absolutely. Hold on. Here we go. Tell him about it.
Let's see.
Yeah, he signed it actually in two language, Cantonese and English. But what's funny, right where Thurl told him to sign it, he actually signed it right where
Nice,
Thurl told him. Yeah, and then he signed it on the side. But what's funny about this is it says signed by James Hahn and Lopan, when Lopan and him are the same person. So that's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
I'm thinking they think this is Lopan, but it's actually James Hahn's Asian name right here. So that's pretty funny. I thought that was funny. I'm like, I read the top of it. I'm like, and it came back a 9.8. That surprised me the heck out of me. So, yeah.
We got John Comics' kids in the house.
Yeah.
I love you, buddy. You're awesome. You're awesome.
Shout out to John's Comics.
Yes, he had a good show this
Real
morning.
good people.
Yes, he is. Big time, my man. Love it. Perry Lurker is backing around. He's lurking. Love it. So, Monty, would you like to do your advertisement on that
book reader?
Because me and Jeff really like it.
Oh my God, y'all are trying to get me inspired at 12.
Please.
Thurl haven't heard it yet. So I like it.
Give it the sales pitch so Thurl can see what you got. You got to see this.
Yeah, I want to hear this. I want to see it.
Trust me, you'll bust out laughing because when I first heard it too, I was rolling.
Ready, Monty? You ready? I'm gonna put you on camera. Let me know when you're ready.
I thought he was about to run from the other side and come in sliding like Tom Cruise. Business.
Now, hang on. Wouldn't that be Jennifer Lopez during the Super Bowl commercial?
Hey, there you go.
Hey, you guys, I watched that halftime show. You know what killed me? Oh my God. She went red. I was like, yes. I was so happy. You have no idea. I'm like, yes, red has to rule in the world. I loved it. Tell
you what, I love that halftime show so much I DVR'd it. I watch that every day before I get up. You're not like seeing Jennifer Lopez slide into your life.
Hey, there you go, man. Never wrong. All I know is I can't take Shakira out of my head with her little tongue flapping thing that they've been making so much fun of right now.
Well, I tell you, when they started shaking that booty, my dadgum room in my house started moving.
What the hell? I was watching with Miss G. Miss G was going, settle down now, boys. Settle down. Just settle down.
I had comic books falling off the wall. The daggum ceiling fan going like this. The TV was going like this. My chair was falling from one side to the other. Damn.
That's too funny.
Because I have to tell you guys a little story. This was great. I was on the Condisadorks last Sunday, and one of my brothers out there, Hialeah, comic bro, oh my God, had me dying. They're on his show, and he turns around and he goes, okay, fellas, everybody bow your heads. We're going to do a prayer. What? We all bow our heads. Okay, suck right into it. And he turns around and he goes, please, God, let there be a halftime, what did he call it? A halftime mechanical malfunction for Shakira.
A wardrobe malfunction.
Wardrobe malfunction, yeah.
For Shakira. It was so funny. It was great. It was so funny. Okay, are you ready, Monty?
Oh, God.
Here you go. Talk about it.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready to see this.
full screen.
All right. You people out there, you need to learn how. This is all new now. I'm ad-libbing all this because, I wasn't set up the other way. To read your comic books. Do I have an offer for you today? I have an exclusive mega offer for you today. You know me. When I read my comic books, I am extreme. I am extreme. So damn extreme that I build my own comic reader. Yes, sir, Bob, my own comic reader. This is my new Ronco comic book reader right here. You put your book in there. I got my placeholder here. It has a slide angle here, so you don't have that curve, that spine damage on there. Well, we don't like that spine damage on them expensive books. And what you do, after you cradle your comic out of your bag, you take you a stick, a wooden stick, a corn dog stick, but not used. Get you a new corn dog stick. Don't go to Sonic and buy one and chew the crust off of it and wipe it off and use it. You got to be out of your mind, boy. Anyway, you lay your comic book right in here. You take your corn dog stick and you slightly move it over, and you turn the page.
Corn dog stick.
If you have to get up and go to the bathroom, throw that puppy right there inside there, and you got your page marked. That way nothing comes by and blows it shut, and you have to open it all over again. This is an awesome deal. We had a Black Friday special, but y'all missed it. I was sold out. I completely sold out. I sold all 2 of them. Now I had to make some more. Because of y'all, I made more. I've been busy working my butt to the bones, my finger to the bones, my little white gloves. I even worried about 2 pairs of white gloves just to make them for the public out there. This beautiful comic reader can be yours. At yours, but not at a Black Friday deal because you missed out. You should have listened when that came out. You should have been watching the G-Spot. You could have got one of those 2 I sold. So today's great deal on this comic book reader is not going to be $159.95, not $129.95. Not $119.95. Durable. Very durable.
How durable?
Going out of car, going 5 miles an hour. Don't recommend doing that.
I love
Climb on the roof and turn it upside down on the peak and use it as a chair. It's got this beautiful ribbon that was painstakingly took me hours to put on here. You know how much damn trouble it is to put bits of fabric on here after building this damn one thing? That's a lot of damn work. At $99.95 plus shipping and handling, this could be yours. And believe me, this will last you a lifetime. And if you ever get out of comics, you can always put another book in there. Or like my mama always said, son, that looks like something to put the Bible in. You can do that too.
That was awesome.
You always call me Splash Page Comics and we just rust out to you. But I'm going to tell you right now, I only built 2 more of these. They're pain in the butt to build. So the first 2 people, that's it. I'm sold out again.
Nice.
Back to you, Bob.
All right, Mr.
Awesome.
I'm about to Shark Tank Mr. White Gloves here. I'm about to give you $250,000 plus 65% of your company to get you started there.
You're giving me some damn L's. I'm tired of building these damn things. No, they're really durable. I mean, I enjoy it. I got 3. I even use these for inspecting tables when I inspect and grade my books.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah, I think by the way he was slamming that thing on there, I saw somebody in the chat asking if you can use that against home intruders. I'm not damn sure. I think you probably could.
Yeah. I believe in everything ought to be able to be dropped at least one time and not break.
nice.
Nice, man. I like that.
Bob, nice to see you, buddy. Nice to see you. Real quick shout out. Yay, God Tank. Nice to see you. Rob, hey, buddy. Nice to see everybody. Thank you very much. Scrap and Tech, Direct. Oh, nice. Thank you for being here. Everything. Yeah, there we go. I think we're caught up. Let's see here. Da, da, da. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Wow. So, Monty, you also were collecting, if I'm not mistaken, comic book racks. Did you find the ones you were looking for?
Oh, yeah. I ended up finding 2 of them.
They're on your left side.
This right here, I don't know. Can you see it?
Yep, you can see it. Yep.
That one right there is a Golden Age rack from the 1940s. It doesn't have the top hat on it. You can't see the other one over here, but it is a 1960s spinner rack. You can kind of see the corner right here.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
It's a 1960s. I ended up finding it. And believe it or not, this Golden Age rack cost me $20.
Nice.
A Silver Age rack cost me it was $100 with a 20% discount, so 80, probably 90 something dollars with tax.
Nice.
So you can find these out there in the wild if you go out there and you check. But you got to lift every rock, you got to look under every rug, and you got to peep in everybody's window. But you will find one.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You thorough. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Like
I don't condemn. Don't be looking in my window. You might get your eye poked out.
Oh, I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat who's for the show tonight. We have 17 people watching. Got 19 likes. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Big thank you to everybody that's been here. If I didn't get to your comments, I apologize. Okay, I'm trying not to be a rude. Okay, so try not to interrupt. So big thank you to everybody in the chat. Everybody, thank you so much. All right, now let me see here. So, Thoro, you have a special. Let me see. I'm gonna try to put you on the spot, but there's a reason why I'm doing it.
Okay.
You're Batman. You're a Batman lover, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Could you just put out there to the world what is your main grail books for Batman that you're looking for? The ones you're looking for, just out of curiosity.
The main one, man, and it's freaking. I know it's out of my reach, but you never know. Maybe one day I'll ever find it. Yeah, it's always going to be that 121 because Mr. Freeze has been just one of those special characters, and the reason why I say that is because of the story that they changed for him when they were doing the Batman the Animated Series. They made him. You have the same feelings that he would have had if you were put in that situation where you had to save your wife's life. To what extent would you go to? When you look at him as a character and what he's developed, in reality, he's really not an evil person. He's just a person that's just trying to get his wife back. She's dying of an illness. He's trying to to do everything for the sake of love, for the sake of his family, and because that's all he has left. He has nothing else. So it makes you think of what would happen to you, and God forbid anything ever happens like that, you lose your family to something tragic, whatever. It goes to show you how like the human mind kind of works and to what extent you would go to when you have nothing to lose anymore. So that's always been one of my just ultimate favorite characters out there right now, especially even though it's a villain besides Batman. And of course, when I was talking about this Darkwing Duck earlier before, cover swipe, that is also, like I said, the cover swipe from the original Batman 227 that was done by Neil Adams. This is one of my favorites. I had to pick it up, but of course, that is the other book that I'm looking for right now was Batman 227. Just a nostalgic cover. I just love it. I mean, you couldn't have, put a better piece of art on a comic book out there. So that is another book that I'm looking for right now. But I mean, there's so many books. I have books that, I'm no longer trying to keep my slabs because my slabs take up a lot of space. With the second baby on the way, it becomes a little bit tougher, and I got to make as much room as possible, at least with regular, copies of just regular books, raw copies. I'm able to put them in a box, put them away, and you can stack as many raw copies as possible. But slabs is like, yeah, they make boxes for them, but man, these things, I never realized how many books I've gotten slabbed over the course of time that I have been collecting. So those right now are literally like the main books that I'm looking for. Of course, 171, The Riddler. That is another one that I'm out there for. I know hopefully one of these days I'll be able to get my hands on it. I know I spoke to Captain Comics about that one. Unfortunately, he had a coverless one, so I really wanted that book, and I was about to go for it. I was about to go for the coverless, just for the hell of it. Why? Because I was like, hey, I could have taken it, opened it up, and it's right there. It's just the interior and read it. So that would have been cool. But yeah, those are literally like the main ones. Batman's been my favorite character because as a kid, I grew up with nothing. My parents, they didn't have all the money in the world in the beginning. Now, my father worked his butt off, did great things. He put all of us through private school in the end, and so it was a great thing. And the first toy my father ever bought me was a Batman toy. And it was actually the Michael Keaton action figure. And if you guys remember, with the retractable belt, man, that was the very first toy I ever got my hands on. So I forever remember my father for buying me my first toy ever. And even my father remembers that he bought me a Batman toy for the very first time. And ever since then, I've been just in love with Batman. As to why I got this on here. And you guys, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got a nice Batman tattoo right here. And this for my dad. So my dad is literally, he's my biggest hero. My dad has encouraged me and pushed me and my brothers and my sister to the limit. My father has, to this day, I don't know how the man did it. But raising kids, raising us in the beginning with no money, nothing to look forward to at times. So that stuff always hits me hard, and I always remember how hard my father worked for us. So to this day, I always gotta give a shout out to my dad for being my biggest hero and why Batman is such a big importance to me in my life. And the other reason too as to why I give back to the community and I do a lot of stuff for charity as much as possible is because of my father. Because you do go look, you see on the exterior, it's all fun and everything, collecting comic books and doing all that stuff, but there's also other people out there, who need our help for whatever reason it might be. So that's the reason why I extend myself a little bit further and just try to do things for charity, because I know my dad did everything humanly possible. And even when he didn't have, he always gave. So that's a part of me. You guys get to know a little bit more of me here on Robert's channel than I've ever actually even put out there before on my own channel. So I got to give you a big shout out, Robert, my brother. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's literally that's the biggest reason why Batman has been such a key importance in my life. And so I always thank my dad for that, big time. So,
nice, buddy.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's great, man. That's great.
Hell yeah, that's the thing I'm saying. It's like the gentleman I had on earlier today, the two gentlemen, they were awesome. And this is what I'm talking about, community, like right here in general. We have a passion. We have a passion for comic books. We have a story behind what we collect, or a memory, or something. Some of us have a lot of interest from Golden Age to Silver Age to all that. And it's showing the community a little bit different perspective instead of like, all the other stuff that goes on the outside world. You know what I mean? And it's some love that we can show with everybody, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh, definitely. Thank you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to put that out there. There was a reason why I put that out there.
Yeah, I got you, brother. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, those are always one of the greatest things. And I always got to give a shout out to my teacher, Miss Karen Pender. God rest her soul. She's the one that actually got me into reading, and it was pretty interesting to listen to Mr. White Glove's story. And I know some of you guys know, and unfortunately, my teacher had passed away from cancer. And she always pushed me and motivated me to read beyond my level because she knew I could do it. And she started having me read books in the third grade that most third graders probably wouldn't have the understanding of Mice and Men, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, To Kill a Mockingbird. So many different books that to this day I have so many fond memories of and continue to actually have. I actually just bought a piece of art from this local artist, and he actually does his art via typewriter. And because John Steinbeck has been one of my favorite authors, he did a portrait of John Steinbeck using just letters from an old school typewriter. And one of these days I'm gonna have to pull it out and I'll have to show you guys. But I can't wait to hang it up. I got to find a place on this wall because that's been one of my inspirations and one of the reasons why I've been reading, and to this day I still read. And definitely, I always say encourage your kids to read. It's a thing that I'm starting to see fade away little by little, because I see my younger family members on not only my side but on my wife's side, and the first thing that they say is like, "Who the hell reads now? Give me that stuff on audio. I want to listen to it." And in all honesty, I think reading, if you read a good 3 to 4 books, doesn't matter what it is, you will get a little bit smarter, and you'll find yourself doing it a lot more often when you start reading. You find an appreciation for it because you get to build your own movie in a sense. That's how I do it when I read stuff, and I kind of just picture everything out whenever I'm reading. But definitely, Of Mice and Men to this day is one of my favorite book. Also, I have to always give her love for introducing me to the Outsiders, and to this day, I will watch that movie. Watching it, to this day now. When I just watched it 2 days ago. My wife has never seen it, watched it for the first time, loved it. Actually, she cried in that movie. She enjoyed it that much. Remember Patrick Swayze, Ralph Macchio, who else? Rob Lowe. So many Matt. What's that guy's name? I can't remember the actor. But so many great actors that were in that movie, and I thought it was one of the greatest movies. And at the end, of course, you end with nothing better than a rumble, as back in the days. You had the rich kids versus the poor kids, and that always was like one of my favorite books out there. And even to this day, I have a copy sitting out there on the shelf in my room, because I have a nice little shelf where I put all the books that I read. And man, love reading. And definitely, man, I have to encourage my 2 little girls to read, and that's the reason why I'm hanging up literally tons of stuff when it comes to them, where it's all these strong female superheroes. I got Supergirl, Squirrel Girl. I have an array of everything for my daughter's rooms that I want to put up there, and I hope that they enjoy it as much as I did. That is one of the biggest reasons why I love that the Ninja Turtles, one of my favorite things on earth, why the Ninja Turtles mean so much to me more, and even now more, because they introduced the first female character, which is Jenica. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I can't wait, because that is the next tattoo I am adding to this part right here of what Kevin Eastman did for me, the Ninja Turtles right here for me. So I gotta go add Jenica for my little girl. So definitely, I'm looking forward to it.
That's awesome. Jeff, you got anything?
After that?
Tired. That was awesome. Cheers, my brother.
Well,
cheers.
A little story behind my introduction to comics was pretty much my first ever comic was actually, I picked it up at a newsstand. Like, I remember helping my mom out, like making deliveries with food, because my mom owned a restaurant. I mean, she gave me a bucks, went to the newsstand, bought myself what was it, Carnage and Venom Unleashed. That was my first ever comic, and I've always thought that was an issue 1, but come to find out, it's issue 3 that I bought. That was my first ever comic. Nice. And then if you guys didn't know, I'm dyslexic too. So like how Thorough was saying, recorded stuff. Like I like listening to books, but I like listening and reading the book at the same time. So it helps me out a little better. So instead of listening and so tries to help my reading out a little bit better. I wish they did it for comics. That would be kind of neat. A little bit.
Yeah. Okay, Jeff. Tell the public how you got into Vampirella.
Oh, how I did I did my research. I looked her up. I actually read up on her and found her backstory pretty interesting, of how she got created, how she was pretty much. I just did my research. I like it was honestly a friend telling me, hey, if you like a character, do your research about the character, look her up, And that's the main reason. Anything I get into, if I'm really interested in something, I'll look up the information about it or about the character, about anything, and read up on it and see if if I like the backstory. Pretty much, I'll end up start picking up more stuff about her, more stuff about any characters. So that's pretty much how I get into like if I get into a certain character, that's pretty much how I get into it.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep. So
okay, here we go. Here, cut up in the chat real quick. Everybody in the chat, just want to say, love you all. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. We got 16 people watching right now. I know it's late. I appreciate it. Anybody on the rewind watching this, love you guys. Mr. White Gloves, got some last moment fire to show everybody?
Yeah, I guess I can show something else. I've shown some of these already before, but for those that didn't make that episode, plus I threw in another book that I found back there. And I think Rob Worst was asking why wasn't 180, 181 and all them put in the safe in the bank? And the answer to that is, dang it, I can't get to the daggum bank. So they're the safest book because I can't even get to them to get them out. My bank closes at 3 o'clock, and I don't get home until 5:30. So, and they don't open until 9. So, with that, we're gonna have a golden age party now.
Nice.
Everybody got the party hats on?
Right up my track. Right up my alley.
And everybody's on the edge of their seats and get ready for a shiver going up and down their leg because here comes Mr. White Gloves with some golden age prestigious books.
Nice. I love it.
Human Torch number 37.
Oh, wow.
Let me see. Is that showing up good on screen?
Yep. There you go.
All right. Human Torch number 36. One thing about these Golden Age books is they are all different sizes. The dimensions on these books, I mean, if you can look at these two right here, this book right here is a lot bigger than that book right there.
Yes, tell me about it. I find that problem all the time. It really stinks when it comes to top loaders.
Yeah, you're looking at the difference between 36 and 37 of Human Torch. One issue, and that sucker is completely, let me line it up. I don't know if you can see the difference. That much difference in that book.
Yep, I see it.
In one issue. So it is very hard when you go into collecting Golden Age to find in bags because you're going to get all different size books. And it really, I guess that's the fun part about it. So they just make you buy all the different bags. So where was that? Right there? That look good?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Human Torch number 21.
Monty, 2 seconds.
Yes, sir.
We have.
You're finished. All right. No, go ahead.
Right here. Look up. Ask me a question.
Yes, sir.
Right there on the screen. Can you see it? It says, "Who dat? Comics and movies. Did anyone ask Splash what is the guy behind him name?"
Oh, you're talking about this guy right here.
Yes, there you go.
No, he's had a lot of names, but I finally understood what he was telling me. He talks these strange languages and everything, and it took me a whole year to figure out how to talk to him. First, he was called Al Gore. Not Al Gore, the inventor of the internet. Al Gore. But no, after painstakingly hours of translation and, really, really listening to him, his name is Zoot. This is Zoot, Commander Zoot. And he's telling me I got to go back to Roswell and get his brother.
Yes, you got it at Roswell, didn't you?
Yeah, and he's metal.
He's made out of metal.
He's made out of metal. He's a real statue. A lot of people collect these little statues. I don't. I collect the big statues.
For a real quick second, tell everybody the short version of Roswell, the site of the crash. Just tell them the short mini version of it.
The short mini version, UFO crash.
You don't want to hear. You want to. Don't want to hear. Go ahead, buddy.
In 1947.
You did.
Or 41 or something like that. Yeah. No, there's a crash site out. It's just coincidentally Corona, New Mexico. And no, it's not the same thing. Anyway, east of Corona, New Mexico, out there in the high desert, in 1947, a UFO crashed and it flew over and it skipped off the ground and threw 4 aliens out. And it's right out there on a ranch that's owned by the Bogle Ranch. Well, the 3 girls, they had their crash site and everything, and their daddy let them run a tourist thing for Roswell, New Mexico. So you go to Roswell, New Mexico during the Roswell Alien Festival, which the electric light parade is awesome, man. It's dark and they have a parade with all these electric lights and aliens, and it's just something else. I got the video somewhere in my YouTube channel. Yeah, but anyway, you take a tour and you go out there and you can take pictures of the crash, or where you can see the crash site. And it's about an hour trip out there and an hour trip back. And it's desolate. And it's the most beautiful place you can ever see. I mean, some people say, well, it ain't nothing but desert. No, you got to go out there. You can see from
but tell the people what's weird about that site. The interesting thing about the site.
Well, the interesting thing about the site, one of the interesting, if I get in your drift here, is when I was out there and I was doing the camera, I took my camera cameras out there. My cameras weren't working right, and I had 3 different cameras, and they'd play for a while, then they'd skip, and then get static. Well, a guy out there had a Geiger counter, and he was picking up radiation, and another woman was out there. I don't know what she was doing, but she had this little box, and she was making no noises, and said it wasn't working right. And something that we were told said the cows, that's a big ranch, so the cows will go up to the edge of that crash site, or about 100 feet away, and they will go clear around that crash site and go out a gate and go to the water hole. They will not cross that crash site. Neither will the horses that the cowboys are on to drive the cows over there. They will not cross that crash site. And there's no snakes, reptiles, or anything that we seen out there at all. The only thing we seen was insects. And I was saying, yeah, I bet they just filling us full of, cow, what. Well, I looked all over and I couldn't find no cow, what, on the ground anywhere out there, but ways away from there. So, But
that's a real surprise for all of you. Interesting, wasn't it? Little interesting thing, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
go ahead, back to books.
Golly.
Yep.
Excuse me. Incredible Hulk number 6. That's a rough copy, but it's there. This is something I got quite a few of. I just hadn't pulled them out. I mean, I hadn't got to them yet. Everybody loves timely and stuff. Well, Marvel Mystery Comics number 89.
Wow. Beautiful. That is so freaking dope. I love that.
Then this is the one I found back there. I knew I bought here. It hadn't been too long that I bought this, and I was going to make a video on it, so I went ahead and pulled it out. And some of my off-air buddies, I think they seen me looking at this. Marvel Mystery Comics, German cover, number, hang on, let me get these out of the way.
Yep.
Number 21.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
And I got a few more of these up in the vault, and I'm going to pull out when it's some other time. I got a Captain America, number 77.
Man, that's so freaking awesome.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Man, I can't stop looking at that alien, man. I can't stop looking at Zoot because it reminds me of Carl. He reminds me of Carl from Caddyshack.
Yes,
I tell you what, when I first got that daggum alien, I took him and brought him in my front door, and I set him next right as I come in the door. I set him right there and thought, well, I got this other stuff to move in, unpack. So I got it all unpacked, and I went to bed. I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and I come around that corner, and that damn thing was staring at me in the dark. I about pissed all over myself going to the bathroom. It scared the living crap out of me because I forgot it was there. Needless to say, that night I turned on all the lights in the house. And I put that sucker in this room.
That is too damn funny.
Oh yeah, it was something else. I did. I almost had a damn heart attack right there in my living room.
Oh my God.
So I figured real quick, yeah, that's got to be moved tonight.
That is too funny.
That was awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to point at everybody. It's so hard. Go ahead. Keep going. Is that it?
That's it. That's all the books. I tell you what, Robert, I will get in contact you when I get up there to the bank, and I'll get those books and I'll pull them out, and we'll have a golden age bombshell. Because these books haven't been seen by anybody in 30 years.
Wow.
Tell it really quick, Monty. Tell everybody about. I'm gonna post that video right there that you guys are all seeing down below there. That is one of my favorite videos from Monty. I will post it in the direct link where the question marks are of my guest tonight. Go check out that video because that is really interesting. He took a whole lot of, he didn't know what they were. For 19 years, Monty? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it 18 years?
Yeah, it was either, there's one for 15 years and there's one for 19 years.
Yes, that one was a 19-year-old. He did a video about it's approximately 2 years old. But what he did is he took he had everything in Mylars, put it in a box, a long box. Then he sealed the bag with airtight baggie and sealed it up. Like airtight it and then stored it. Just stored it away and put a date on it. And then he opened it live on one of his shows 19 years ago. This is what he did and showed you the books. And the books he shows on that video. So you're going to have to go watch that video. I know what's in that video. So you have to go watch that video and check it out because it's straight fire. It'll blow your mind. It's amazing.
Awesome.
The preservation is what blows me away. And it's really, that's why you always see me putting on the goddamn, the gloves all the time. That's where I got it from. Him, that guy right there. And I tell you, it's really got me thinking when it comes to preservation of your personal collection and storing it away. Humidity has a lot to do with it too, right, Monty? Humidity.
I've been told it's craziness that I'm a crazy old man, but with that.
No, not after.
I'm OCD, and I've been doing this for a long time, and I just, it's just something I do. I even read the books at times with my gloves on. I try not to touch a book with my bare hands.
So behind you, Monty, did you have another poster that you want to show?
Oh, all right. Yeah. If I can, I got very limited room in here.
Yep.
So,
all right.
Anyway, this is Captain Marvel. Some people like that movie. I thought, it was all right.
That's exactly what I said. It was all right.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that.
Yeah, me too.
Like I said, I got a source at a movie theater, and I get these from the movie theater. So these are all double-sided. Here's the Avengers. Whoa! Well, I'll put these in frames. Here's Avengers Endgame. That's the original movie, double-sided movie poster for it.
Nice.
So like I said, I like to collect the movie posters. I got a whole bunch of them. And like I said, I won't get them all out tonight. I knew I wouldn't have time.
Yep. But that is
there's Endgame. And let's see. There's the Captain America Civil War preview poster that they put in the marquee.
Ooh. Nice.
That one right there. And I'm sure everybody's seen these posters if they went to the movies.
Very nice.
These are all going to be hung up in my comic book empire when I build my
He's making his private man cave. Nice.
Here is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Excellent.
That's and a lot of people, you know, I've heard some people didn't much care for this after a while, after it'd been out for a while. But
Really?
I thought it was great. I thought it was great.
Right. Really quick splash page. Who dat is asking a question? He's asking a question. Splash. Can you get me a Joker poster? That error one.
No.
There's your answer, buddy.
I don't know. I got him some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle books. I mean, I don't even collect turtles. So I got to meet Kevin Eastman in Albuquerque.
Oh, beautiful.
So he did me a favor.
That movie. I really did.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. That's a beautiful poster. I mean, it really is, all the colors and everything. It's just beautiful. Like I said, if you take these out on the back, everything is opposite. The words are backwards and everything's backwards. And so when the marquee lights shine on it, and it gives a shimmering 3D effect to it.
Nice.
Stand out. That's how you know they're original. Or one of the ways you know they're original.
How do you know they're original again? Can you say that one more time, buddy?
What's that?
How do you know they're original again? Say that one more
Well,
time.
that's one of the ways. If you hit the double-sided in the dimensions, and it's behind the frame, but it'll have a number down here on the bottom, and it will say the studio and everything on it. And that's the original ones that come out of the marquees.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, these posters. Like I said, there's some of them. The early ones I got, they're like $350-$400.
Wow.
You know, and you got to get real lucky to get a hold of these. You got to have some contacts and everything. And over the years, I've had some contacts and lost some contacts. And, you know, right now, I think I got every movie poster that Marvel's put out and Fox, you know, except for 2. And I think one of them is Deadpool. And I can't remember what the other one is.
Real quick, buddy. Monty, Captain Comics is asking, do you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, Mr. White Gloves?
Yeah, I do. I sure. And don't get me to name the turtles because I don't know their names.
Thorough does.
Yeah, man. You go with Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo.
That's what I was going to say. I
have them all.
Same things.
Look at his tattoo, Monty. Show him again, Thorough.
So what?
What's that? Oh, my tattoos.
Oh,
Yeah. So this is what Kevin Eastman did for me. He did Casey Jones. He did Donatello. It's very hard to turn my arm, but you guys are gonna see it upside down. But pretty much he did a reproduction of the one of the turtle covers right here. So super difficult for me to show you guys 100%, but
we see it.
He drew that.
Yeah.
He tattooed that.
Yeah, and then he actually signed his name right here. Hold on, let me see if I could get it. A good angle. Yeah, right there, Kevin Eastman.
You better hope who dad don't see that. He'll cut your arm off and steal it.
Nobody's coming to grab my arm.
Let me get this straight. Who that's not a thief, but he's a big turtle fan. You know, I mean, your arm is a work of art. You know, they're gonna. Wow, that's really taking it to the grave with you.
Yeah, it means a lot. It all has a meaning. Everything that I have on me all has a meaning behind it. All the turtles were all done for me and my brothers. So that's how we all related, and I always related to Raphael. Raphael was my turtle. I was just one of those kids. I was a very quiet kid, very observant. Biggest thing was always like, don't piss me off, because that pretty much I'd give you that #1 combo, you know, with a soda on the side. Let's just put it that way. That's the type of person I was. So, but I always saw myself like that, and of course my brothers, you know, they literally, we all related to the turtles because we all felt like we were all alike to them, and just their, you know, just the same way their characteristics were, which was pretty crazy. And I needed to, you know, that was one of the things that was a tribute to me and my brothers. And behind that, I got to go and get some more ink done. I got to go and darken up some stuff in here. And behind it, I put it because I lost some family on 9/11. So I actually have the Twin Towers right behind the Ninja Turtles. It's very, very kind of faded because we wanted to give it like that ghostly type of look
See it.
in the background. So I had the Twin Towers put there, and there's a little apple right here that we just kind of threw in as an Easter egg because the Big Apple.
Yeah.
So we had to do that, and then I'm big into samurais. So this was Lotus with the waves and stuff, kind of bringing new life. And then of course I'm big into anime, so I've showed these before. I have Afro Samurai. I have Samurai Champloo characters. I also have Rurouni Kenshin on the back of my arm here. And then I'm gonna see what else gets added to there. It's just a work in progress. So it's been a while.
Did you have any problem with Eastman doing that? I mean, was he? What did
No.
Did
he was open.
Did he actually use the tattoo gun and tattoo it?
No. He drew it out. So what he did was he stenciled it, and my buddy, he's a tattoo artist. He's pretty much my brother. He's out in West Virginia. So he what he did was he threw baby powder and everything on my arm so I wouldn't sweat. And pretty much throughout the day while we were at Baltimore Comic-Con, that's what it was. It was just throwing baby powder. And I'll never forget, people were just like looking at us like I was crazy. And we just kept putting baby powder because it was kind of warm inside there. So it's hilarious. And he was trying to keep the ink or anything like that from fading out. And after that, we finally got back to the shop, and I sat there for 7.5 hours. I think we were done like at 5 a.m. by the time I was done with all this.
So
this whole part of my arm.
Put the tacking paper over your arm, then started drawing it out, then went back and they pulled it off, and there's all his drawings, right?
No. Kevin Eastman actually drew this on my skin.
Oh, with a marker. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the reason as to why we had to keep putting baby powder on my arm the whole time while we were over there at the con. And I was walking over there looking like I had an ashy arm the whole day. So it was pretty funny.
Did he say anything or ask you why?
He asked me if I could post it on Instagram, and I told him, yeah, sure. And then, yeah, he did. He asked me, and I said that I wanted to do it. It was a tribute for me and my brothers, and how much we love the Ninja Turtles. And he said, sure. He's like, you're 100% that you're gonna do this. And I told him, yeah. I was like, I also would like to have your autograph on there too. And then he put like the little foot soldier symbol. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it right there.
Yeah.
Let's see. The camera's always backwards right there. And then he signed right here, Kevin Eastman. And then the Statue of Liberty right here, if you guys see that, that's actually my own design. And I did that with my buddy Wyan. He's my brother right there. He does my tattoos. And the reason I got this done was, once again, we didn't grow up with much. My parents bought one skateboard for all of us. So we only had one skateboard. Parents couldn't afford a bike for us. So that was our little bit of liberty. So I had to put the Statue of Liberty on a skateboard. So ever since then, that's how I always kept it. Literally everything I have on me is a story. I don't just get tattoos just to get them. Everything has a story, man. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Real quick, Splash. Rob Worth threw a question out here really quick for you. I wouldn't be surprised if Splash has a Tech 27, an Action 1, like Nerdy Girl Daniel on IG.
He's not a DC guy.
See?
No, I don't have a 27, or is that a gun? No, I don't have an Action 1 either. No, I do have some 60s and 70s DC books back there, but I do have the one with the Batman and the Neil Adams cover, with Ace, the card.
Right.
Yeah. And I didn't even know that he did that until some of the guys in the off airs had told me years ago. And but yeah, I have some DC, but I probably won't ever get rid of them, but I don't know. And the reason I'm a Marvel guy is back in the day, the DC, when I started reading, it was easier to read Marvel than it was DC. And I did like DC character, the Flash and Green Lantern. Those two I did like when I did venture into DC. I did like those two characters. I never cared much for Superman. I mean, there was no point in Superman. I hope I don't offend nobody out there, but there was no point in somebody that can do everything and not die and be there. You know, there's no point in having somebody like that.
That's why I was a fan of the original Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Shazam.
Yes.
I've always loved Shazam a lot more than I did Superman.
Yep.
And especially because it was a young boy, you know, who's given these powers that turns him into a full grown man.
Mhm.
And it's like you always thought about it. So I always fell in love with Shazam before anything else. So that was always, to me, was the best.
I was around on Saturday mornings when the live action cartoon came out with the actors of Shazam. The little boy had, you know, said Shazam, and I was in that era that I got to see those when they actually come out before they were reruns or anything.
Awesome.
Yes, he is. Okay, gentlemen, it's going on an hour and a half. Wow. And we still had like 17, 18 people. We're down to 11 people watching. People are probably falling asleep. Hopefully people catch us on the rewind. So, all right, this is our calling out, gentlemen. Jeff, I want to start with you, buddy. Anything new coming out? Go ahead, buddy. This is your time, bud.
All right, guys. You guys know who this is. You guys know what this is. It's your boy Jeff, aka the Cantonese Comic Kid, aka the Cantonese Comic King. It's the Comic Books with a Hook show today, and then tomorrow we have Celebrate Sundays with Javi and all the guys, and then I have Extreme Nerd Table with Randall and Tim if he's out of the hospital. So that's it. And then Cantonese Comic Wednesdays, and that's all I got going on. Who else? What else? Everybody got going on?
Thank you very much, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mr. White Gloves, Monty, got anything you'd like to say at the end here? This is your ending time.
All right, you Tubians out there, I tell you what, Mr. White Gloves wants you as a new recruit. Head on over to my channel and subscribe. That's an order, damn it. Move out.
That is awesome. I love it. Doro, my brother.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to a lot of things, a lot of different ventures. Guys, have that notification button ready because this week I am exclusively coming out with the first set of T-shirts for the Keep It Thorough clothing line. The first set. It's only going to be made to you guys, whoever joins me on a live feed, and you get to join me on a live feed, guys. Definitely come out because that'll be the very first time that you will see the T-shirts right there, and they will be given at an exclusive price because after that it's going to be priced to order on the store. I am going to be coming out with my own store, my own website, so I am looking forward to it. Other than that, man, I have the auction on Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Please come out and you know, and get yourself some great books at some great prices because I have a lot of guys on the panel. I try to make it a more of a community-based auction. Yeah, earlier I said, you know, I look like a guy that might hit somebody, yes, but at the same time, I'm a real nice guy. Just come and talk to me. Hit me up on Instagram, Keep It Thorough Comics. Email me anytime, guys. Anybody that ever wants to join the auction, just, you know, holler at me and let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help anybody out. At any time, don't be afraid to talk to me. I'm not a bad guy. Other than that, guys, you know how I end everything. As always, man, keep it real, keep it chewing, as most of all, keep it thorough. I know what time it is. Have a good night, guys. Stay blessed, and, you know, have a good Sunday.
Awesome. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Really quick here, show the whole panel. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are awesome. Monty, Doro, Jeff, thank you very much. Hope you guys had a good time. Let's hope we can do this again. This was fantastic. Thank you very much. And to everybody out there in the chat and everybody that sees this on the rewind, I appreciate it. Appreciate all the love and the thumbs up that you gave this show tonight. Catch it on the rewind. I hope you enjoy it. Hope we got to show you some fire. Got to show you a little bit of a story with my brother Thoro. Tattoos were absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Big kudos. And everybody out there, lots of love. I'm going to try to put us out of here. Here we go. I'm trying to get rid of this. Here we go. Boom.
TV set.
Hope this works. Still didn't work. So, peace. Nope, that didn't work either.
Oh, we got to start the show over?
No. Peace, love, and blessed be. See you guys. Hope to see you next week.